Work harder, not smarter. I mean, work smarter, not harder. You've probably heard this 1,000 times that everyone tells you that when you own a business, you need to work smarter but not harder. But exactly how do you do that? But no one ever tell you that. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 3 simple steps. When you implement properly, within 1 hour, you'll be able to start working smarter, not harder. Hey, this is Joe Lau. I used to work tons of hours. In fact, at one point, I was working up to 86 hours a week. But once I figured out these 3 simple steps I'm about to figure out that I'm about to share with you, I was able to shrink it down from 86 hours a week to 25 hours a week for the whole decade. That's how long I've been working average per week. Jason Fried, a New York Times bestseller and the co-founder and CEO of Basecamp said, "Workaholics aren't heroes. They don't save the day, they use it up. The real hero is already home because she figured out a faster way to get things done." So in this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 simple steps. Now, before I jump right into it, you're probably thinking, well, 25 hours is too good to be true. That is not important. That's just the hours for myself. The goal here is with these 3 simple steps, you're finally able to do what everybody's talking about, work smarter, not harder. And also, make sure to stay till the very end of this video because I'm gonna share with you resources that will help you work less and make more, which is every entrepreneur and small business dream, right? At the beginning of this video, I made a bold promise. I say these 3 simple steps will only take you less than an hour to figure it out. And you can literally apply these 3 steps right away to your business, to your life right now, so you can work smarter and not harder. Now, the reason I say that is because I want to incentivize you to make that trade and spend just an hour to do this 3 steps because you'll be benefit for the rest of your life. So let's jump right in. You have to realize that you can't possibly do everything, so don't try to do everything. So the key to step number 1 is to utilize this rule called the 80-20 rule, which is origin from this gentleman from the 1800 called Wilfredo Pareto. I hope I'm saying his name right. So Pareto rule is saying that 80% of the result is generated by 20% of the effort. So based on this principle, take a look at your business right now, whether you're selling product, service, or information, whatever that you're selling, take a look at your business to see where 80% of the revenue is generated from. Chances are those 80% of the revenue are generated by 20% of your product. So once you identify that, then voila, you figure out it's not worth it to spend so much time on the other 80% of the product that only generate 20% of the result, which is in this case, revenue, right? So that's how you figure out where you spend your time, location, and effort, right? So the key is figure out what the 20% of the product will generate 80% of your revenue, and then start focusing and align your resources, time, and energy in those 20% of the product, right? Whether it's product development to make those products better, or whether it's spend more marketing on promoting those products more often, your choice. But the key here is start focusing, realign your energy and resources to those 20%, and that's step number 1. And also, here's a pro tip. Now, everybody else tell you that as a business owner, you want to catch every single business opportunity, right? You don't need to catch every single of the opportunity. You only need to catch those opportunities that will generate 80% of your income, and that's where you should focus on. Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a permission to say no, right? Start giving yourself permission to say no. You don't have to say yes to every single product line, to every single product idea that you have, to every single marketing technique that's out there. Focus your effort on the 20% that will generate 80% of the outcome, and that's step number 1. So this step normally takes about 30 minutes to do it. Everybody can spare 30 minutes to work on the business, right? So this step is crucial, so don't skip it. Step number 2, don't fight your nature. Here's what I mean. When I say nature, I mean your energy level. What I mean by energy level is 2 levels. 1 is your physical energy, right? You notice that everybody have different peak of energy. Some people is in the morning, some people is in the afternoon, some people is in midnight. It depends, right? So there's no right or wrong here. The key is don't fight your own nature on when your energy peak. Now, there are ways you can regulate your energy by having more sleep, or do some kind of intermittent diet, or eat some kind of food and whatever, right? But whatever that you do, try to be in tune with your energy level to see when your energy peak, and use those energy time, and actually use those time that when your energy peak to do some of those more high level activities, like in business will be like product development, maybe marketing or networking or sales. Those more like require like more energy for you to create, right? So make sure that don't fight your nature, and that's on the physical energy level. The second part is pay attention to your mental energy. What I mean by that is Everyone have a tendency on how they naturally do things, right? For example, there are assessments out there that will help you take a test and figure out how you do certain things. For example, are you very detail oriented, or do you like just summary, or do you like to just work with bullet point? Or how do you organize, right? Do you need a plan before you jump into take a step, take an action? Or are you someone you can just kind of wing it and then you don't need plan or anything else? Or are you someone that like to take a lot of risks versus someone like to not take a lot of risks? Or are you someone that like to work with things visually, you can just see things in your head? Or are you someone that actually like to touch things and literally physically touching things and implementing things, right? I'll also include a link down in the video so you can take this assessment, but there are a lot of them out there. So pay attention to when your energy peaks, so take advantage of those times. And also pay attention to what kind of tests that energize you and what kind of tests kind of drain you. So now you know what to delegate and what you should be working on your own. And that's step number 2. Don't fight your nature. And this step, if you do take the recommendation that I have about the assessment, this step should take about 20 minutes. All right, here's step number 3, value yourself. What I mean by that is time is money, right? Time is money. No matter what you do, who you are, and what you do for a living, we only have 24 hours a day. The key here is only focus on the activities that is worth our hourly rate. Yes, you heard it right. So this step is all about calculating your hourly rate. Figure out what you truly worth per hour, and then once you have the clear number, whether it's, I'm just gonna name something out there, $50, $100, $500, $1,000, $10,000, whatever that is, it's your number, right? So figure out that number and start looking at activities that you believe is below your pay grade. Anything below your pay grade, you're gonna have to ask yourself, is it worth your time to do those things? Or is it better that you go ahead, delegate those things to other people that worth that pay grade and have you focus on doing the high level activities that worth your pay grade? Because once you start doing that, you're gonna start noticing yourself that you're able to delegate a lot of things that is below your pay grade, and you start to see that your income start to generate higher and higher. It's because you focus more time on the high level, higher pay grade activities. Let me just give you a quick example. For the longest time, I was doing everything in my business, right? I would do anything from customer service to packing the product, for product development, and also marketing and sales and everything. And then I started to realize that maybe I don't have to spend so much time doing things like customer service, right? But how do I figure out that I actually don't have to do it? I figured out my hourly rate at that time. So let's say my hourly rate at that time was worth $100 an hour by doing things like product development and marketing activities. And then I did a quick search on one of those like hiring people website, and I figured out, wow, if I want to hire some of the best customer service out there, it only costs about $15 an hour. So there you go. $100 an hour, I can spend my time doing activities like marketing and product development, or I can spend my time doing things like I can spend $15 an hour to hire some of the best people to do the job that actually enjoy customer service. So in this case, that's $85 difference, right? So let's think about it. Every hour that you don't figure this out, in my case, I was wasting $85. So that's a no-brainer, right? Once I figure that number out, I immediately delegate all the things that's under my pay grade to someone else, and then focus my time to work on the thing that with my pay grade, if not more. And that's how you get streamlined and work smarter and not harder. And when you do that, you start noticing your income starting to increase without doing things really any different in your business. And that's step number 3, value yourself. And this step should only take you about 5 minutes to figure out and how much you actually worth per hour. So here's your homework. Instead of thinking about how to work smarter but not harder, just take action. Spend an hour of your time and implement this 3 steps. Step 1, take about 30 minutes to figure out what are the 20% of your product will generate 80% of your income, and then start focusing on that. Step 2, which takes about 20 minutes, take the assessment in the link below and figure out how you naturally do things. Once you figure out how you naturally do things, you'll find yourself a lot more productive. Step 3, which takes about 5 minutes, figure out what you're truly worth in an hour. And then once you figure it out, stop doing the thing that's below your pay grade and start delegating those things out. So there you go, work smarter, not harder. If you like this video, I'd like to invite you to join my free webinar. In this webinar, I'm gonna share with you 3 secrets on how you can work less and make more. So click the link below, join the webinar, and I'll see you there. And help you how to work smarter, not. Look at what your product line is. Look at your. Now, as promised at the beginning of the video, So the key here is to figure out what